Hello everyone, welcome back to the cooking channel. Today we're going to be making some crispy pan-seared salmon. So when you're picking salmon, you want to make sure you have a good one because you see those white lines? That's intramuscular fat. That's what makes it flavorful and juicy. So you want to make sure you get a good cut of salmon. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to cut the salmon fillet in two because it's way too big. And this is what we're going to do first. We're going to be doing something called a dry brine, which is where you salt. You could do this for steaks, you can do this for salmon, you can do it for anything, basically. Any meat. You're going to want to salt it generously, like a lot more salt than you want. You just salt it a lot of salt on both sides, and make sure to rub it in well. And what we're going to do, what this does, is the salt is going to absorb the moisture on the skin of the salmon and also penetrate itself inside the salmon for some extra flavor in the 24 hours or 40, well, most people do it for 30 to 45 minutes. I don't think that works. I think it's best to do it 24 hours, but whatever. It's going to make for a way more crispy skin if the outside is dry. There's no moisture. So you want to salt it very liberally. All right, now we got our salmon's ready. We're going to the fridge. All right, 24 hours later, the dry brining process is complete. Now the exterior is very dry and it's going to go extremely crispy in a hot oiled pan, and it is well seasoned. So now we're just going to add some pepper because you don't add pepper for a dry brine. Dry brine, you just put salt. So we didn't put pepper, so now we're going to add some pepper just for that taste. We're going to add some olive oil to a pan on medium heat. It can't be too high, can't be too low, because you want that skin to crisp up real nice. Get that spread around and wait for it to heat up. And now we're going to add the salmon in, skin side down. Now you're going to want to press on it because the skin is going to want to shrivel up like bacon. So it's going to shrivel up and it's not going to get so crispy. You want to really press down on it so it's making sure it's getting full contact with the pan and the oil. Around 2 minutes later, we're going to give them a flip. And you see how that skin is a little bit shriveled? That's because I didn't press down on it enough. You see, that's what happens. So you want to press down on it a little bit more. Don't worry, no juice is going to escape because it's raw. No juice is formed yet. So it doesn't matter. And plus, salmon has tons of intramuscular fat, tons of flavor. It won't dry out. All right, especially a cut like this. Now, a good trick to know when it's ready to flip is if it's sticking. If it's still sticking, it might mean it's still a bit raw. So that one I'm not going to flip yet, the big one. Now I'm going to add a teaspoon of butter and some crushed garlic to the pan. And we are going to baste. The reason the butter is not foaming is because it's vegan butter. And I know you guys are going to go crazy after that. But believe me, you'll be shocked. That vegan butter actually tastes better than normal butter. Like, I swear. So now that one's going to give a flip. Oh, look at that color. Perfect sear. Amazing. Sear equals flavor. When it has a nice crust, a steak or a salmon, it always ups the flavor. All right, so you always want to make sure you have a good crust. Now we're going to continue basting. It's okay if you make a mess, all right? That's what cooking is about. You want to make mess and you want to learn. It's perfect. We're going to continue basting. You want to baste constantly. Basting, this is why we baste. Fat carries flavor. Butter equals fat. Even vegan butter. Vegan butter just uses oil instead of butter. So if fat carries flavor, might as well flavor the fat, right? So we flavor the fat, and now we're spooning the fat over the fish. The fat that carries the flavor. Now we're going to put that garlic on top, not to eat, just for it to look nice. All right. Now we're going to cover up with some flaky salt, and yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching.